Behold, AKAI Synth Station version 2.0 is finally here. Good evening, my friends. This is VJ Franz K, and I'm here to show you the new improved features that they have added for this new version. They have listened to people like you and I, who are much more similar to the feel of a hardware MPC. If you remember, in the last video, we found ourselves trapped within a matrix, a grid editing system for the beats. Yes, I know some of you think that I sound like Agent Smith. I've heard other people say I sound like Morpheus, but really, I am more like Morpheus because I'm offering you the information you need to free yourself. Here I am on the drum edit page. Now I'm going to turn on record, and you notice there is a backing sound that I can use as my guide. It's as simple as that, in the natural MPC style way. No, I don't like that sound very much, so I'm going to go ahead and lower the level. Also adjust the pitch. It's almost like scratching. There, I have some hats under the tempo. Yes, I'm going to reduce the tempo. One of the major strengths of this particular app is that it includes a huge set of sound banks of AKAI's signature sounds. The more beats you start with, the more tracks you're going to finish with. Neo, I offer you the choice between the blue screen or the red letters. Which one will you choose? If you have forgotten, the Synth Station app is a combination of several different features that allow you to produce a full track right on your iPad. You know, it is a drum sampler, and here's a picture of their flagship MPC 5000. It's a synthesizer for, virtual analog synthesizer, which some drum machines for iOS do not have. With multiple voices, and of course it's a mixer with effects. So I like this intro screen. You get to select which part you want to go into first. I've already gone into this app in quite a lot of depth with part A of this review, which I did last year. Now that I've got my beat in there, let's put in a synth. I'm going to use synth number 3. That's a fat bass line. We can turn on the arpeggiator. If you don't remember, an arpeggiator is something that repeatedly presses the keys, goes between the keys you have selected. I can make it a single octave. See, it just repeats that note. Like this. I can control the time divisions. Actually, this is one of the nice... And notice the arpeggiator still has the swing. See, no swing, swing. It gets funkier. You can slow down the arpeggiator. Now I want to record my arpeggio, beginning to sound like an electro hip-hop track. I'll go into Synth Edit. See, this is the nice part of having a full virtual analog synth. You can get a lot of different sounds and adjust them. That's becoming almost a dubstep sound, isn't it? Kind of interesting. I guess I'll keep that. I can use my LFO. So notice what I'm doing is I'm having the LFO sweep the filter for interesting effects. That sounds really great, actually. Alright, maybe my bass is a little bit too loud, so what I'm going to do, turn that down a bit, then turn up the volume of the beats. It sits a little bit better in the mix now. Notice I can mute and unmute for a breakdown. Let's add a little effects, shall we? Just add a little echo. You can also use this as a sort of doubling echo. You know, the sort of DJ style. And let's go ahead and make this a faster echo. And then we can really get that DJ style echo going. Listen. Wow, you can hear how it adds an ambience. And now I'll add something to this. Lock this in. Then I'll go back to my synth edit and we'll alter the parameters of this oscillator 1. I've raised it an octave, notice. Too much echo on that first synth. See, now I've turned down the send amount, so it's not quite so drenched in. Shall I go ahead and add in a Synth 2 Part 2? This may also be a new improved feature, the sound selector. I'm going to use the sounds. You can use the preview bar to hear it. And even hear how they fit in the mix. That's a kind of interesting rhythmic sound there, actually. I like this arpeggio a lot. Alright, I'm satisfied with that. Alter the LFO. Go back to the effects. Then we do the effects mixer. Now I'm going to go back and re-level everything in the track. Can be good to take everything down to nothing. going to put the beat at the very top, or near the top. Always good to leave a little headroom. You never know. So there's that backing sort of string chorus. Then we have our little beeps. They're a good accent, but they could get annoying if we have them too loud, so we don't want to make them too loud. Maybe we'll add a lot of echo though. Then the bass. We're going to have the bass up nice and loud. I like this track. It's sort of hip-hop meets electro meets dubstep or something. Sounds good to me. Maybe we'll slow down the tempo a little bit more just to make it a little bit more towards the hip-hop direction. Another thing I always say, one of the major differences, especially now, between hip-hop and techno is just the speed of the tempo. If I slow it down, it sounds more like hip-hop. If I speed it up, it sounds more like techno. Notice? And you know, there's more to it than that, but that is a very important bass. If I want to, I can tap tempo in sync with other things. But I don't need to do that right now because I don't have anything else hooked up to it. But I could, by MIDI, sync up other drum machines, and I'm going to do that later. That's cool. Now from my song and sequence page, I'm going to run recorder. There. Here we go. Let's see if it records my mixer controls as well. So give it a little of the beat then. With this and other programs by simply activating and deactivating different parts of the sequence. Here's my dramatic breakdown. I turn off the beat for a while, maybe even turn off the bass for a while. Just leave my strings on, and then when everything gets all ambient, bring the bass back in. That was a little abrupt, but you know, this is just a quick YouTube demo. Still, you can see how fast I have been able to work and create a decent sounding track. I like it. Done recording. Let's check that out later, shall we?